It's beer time with Beer Man.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? How you guys doing tonight today? Welcome to an any alcoholic beer, beverage and cheese Tuesday, second week of the month. Something we started up. Um, I forgot completely and just brought a beer. But I want to welcome Bumpy here. Cheers, dude. Cheers, Bumpyisms. And
Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers to Burley in the chat as well. Cheers, bro. I need to change my color real quick. But yeah, I don't know. Did you bring a beer or we'll let you
Yeah, I got to drive after this, so I brought a beer as well.
Oh, that's right. Gotcha. Okay. Let me change my color real quick. There, it won't take long. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring up Bumpy and see what he's got. So let me do that now. Here we go.
All right. Well, this is the last cheese show before St. Patrick's Day, so I did bring some Kerrygold.
Nice.
Got their reserve cheddar. Pretty sure that I've had this, and pretty sure I've probably done it on this channel too. But yeah, Kerrygold is definitely a great cheese maker. They make butter and stuff as well. I'm not sure what else they might make, but yeah, this is aged for over 2 years. It says in the package. So I might as well try to open this up, see how easy it is to open this package from Kerrygold. Do they want you to have their cheese, or do they not want you to have their cheese? The dogs want to have the cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad. Just got to get it a little cut and just peels right open. So that's what it's looking like inside the package, like a bar of soap.
Just say it looks like soap.
I'll cut that. I'll cut that up afterwards. I'll show you what I'm going to pair it with. This is definitely not a traditional style beer that I think that you would pair with a cheddar cheese. But this comes from Bellflower Brewing Company out of Portland, Maine, and this one's Just Like Home.
Nice.
And this is a brown ale with coffee and maple. Comes in at 5.8% ABV. It was canned. It looks like February 10th. I see the 2, and then there's something over here. So, yeah, it had to be February 10th because we haven't even gotten to December 10th, 2025 yet. So there we go. I made up my mind. February 10th. And it pours.
Oh, wow. That color.
Wow, that is a light brown ale. It's got a lot of kind of reddish hues with light, but it's kind of like sour. It's like reddish up here. That's what I'm seeing, anyways. And it's got this like golden color down below. It's kind of cool. It looks like a gummy worm, like a yellow and red gummy worm on my end. But I'm not quite sure how that's coming through on the camera. If I had a light to show this way, then I could show you. But it is clear. You can see my fingers there through the bottom.
It's like Newcastle.
Yeah. Its head is kind of sudsy, frothy like. It does appear to have a little bit of an off-white color to it. It's got like a little bit of that kind of yellowish hue from what I can see, but on camera with all the lights blaring on it directly, it looks more vibrantly white. So, but we'll get into the aromas, the flavors of this, and we'll let Beer Man go as I cut the cheese.
Cut the cheese. All right. Thank you, Bumpy. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right. Cheers, everyone, man. Cheers, brother. Cheers, Bill. Cheers, Angie. Cheers, Burley. All right. Good to see you guys. And welcome. Okay, so I'll show you the cheese first. I don't have it cut yet, but it is a bourbon Gouda from Red Apple Cheese. Um, Made in Wisconsin. Smells not really like bourbon. Well, kind of. But there you go. Big old, kind of looks like a round cheese. I mean, a round bar of soap. All right. Oh, my beer. Shit. So
So
we're
round to it.
we're backwards. You got an Irish cheese, and I've got an Irish beer. So I got a
Right.
dark Irish lager, 5.3% from Ancestry Brewing. They're out of Tualatin, Oregon, somewhere east of me. Light bodied, full of chocolate caramel flavors, clean finish. Yeah. This was canned. I don't know. It doesn't say, but that's okay. $4.95 for the can. Let's go ahead and open it up and pour it. I hope the cheese doesn't overwhelm the beer, being how light it is, but we'll see. It's got a very similar color to yours. Yeah, maybe a little darker, but dirty glass. Yeah, kind of similar, very similar in color. A little lighter at the bottom, darker on the, a little darker actually on the top. That's how I saw your beer anyway. It looked dark, a little darker brown, where you were seeing the red,
Yeah.
like a reddish kind of thing. But I'd say yeah, a little darker, but nice khaki head. Smells lovely. So we'll see how that works. Very highly carbonated. Holy shit. Okay, now back to Bumpy. This is just a two, but this is a real quick one. All right, let's get him back on and let him do his full pairing.
Yeah, I just took a sip of this beer. So I now have a heads up on it. The aromas on this, the head's already dying down. Definitely get a burst of a coffee note. There's a maple aroma. I'm not sure if it's like a maple flavoring, if it's like the fake maple, or if it's real maple. But Bellwether Brewing, Bellflower, not Bellwether, Bellflower Brewing Company is like a farm brewery, and they try to use local ingredients in their beers. At least that's what I've read in the past when I looked up the brewery. Oh, it says right here, actually, Bellflower is dedicated to offering thoughtful beers brewed with local ingredients. And like I said, they're kind of like a farm type brewery. So I would think that they're using real maple syrup. It doesn't say like flavors or anything like that. It says coffee and maple.
Okay.
You do get coffee and maple. And the aromas, I say it's more coffee forward. Smells like spent coffee grounds. Just a touch of maple. It's really hard to get like a brown ale aroma out of this. It's just overpowered by coffee and maple. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
So it's got like a medium body to it. It's pretty carbonated as well. It's got a spritzy feel to it. It does leave like a little bit of like a stickiness on the lips. It is drying. It has a drying finish to it. There is plenty of maple in this. It reminds me of kind of the lasting flavor of it is like the French toast crunch cereal. You know that, and it looked like little toasts, and they had like the maple and stuff like that. That's kind of like the flavor that I get out. It reminds me of that cereal, French toast crunch. Because that's kind of maple vibe that it gives off too.
Nice.
But I'm pretty sure that Nabisco or whoever the heck it was that made the French toast crunch was not using real maple. I'm pretty sure that was all processed sugars.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a slight breadiness to it. Do get like a little bit of a bread crust. There is a touch of a coffee note in there. It's not harsh though. It's just like the coffee on the flavor is just barely there. So I like that because that would have just like made this way too bitter. I think if it had like a lot of like coffee notes, and I think it would have definitely overpowered any of the breadiness coming from the malt. The maple is pretty prominent still. It's definitely leading the flavor punch, but it blends very well with the breadiness from the malts. As far as bitterness goes, I'd say this one's kind of on the mild side, but it's not cloyingly sweet, even with the maple. The maple is the sweetest part of it, but it tastes pretty much just like French toast crunch.
All right.
Eat some French Jesus. Eat some French toast crunch, and you'll know what my beer tastes like.
At home.
Mm. All right. Any bitterness on the finish does seem to be, I'd say it's a little bit on the kind of earthy side of things. All right. The cheese. Oh yeah. It's got kind of a sweet cheddar funk. Little bite to it, you know. But there's almost like a slight caramel sweetness with a nuttiness. Yeah. All right. Let's eat the cheese. Cheesers.
Cheesers.
Oh, right off the bat. Crystals.
Oh, good.
Bits. That's what I do like about these Kerrygold cheddars. It does have a sweetness to it. There's like a toffee or caramel type sweetness to it. I want to see, because it kind of cut right through. It doesn't really bend all that much. It just kind of breaks. It looks almost like it's dry in the center, but kind of breaks down easy in the mouth. It doesn't crumble. It has a crunchiness, little crunchy bits. Yeah, it's got that sweet, kind of a mild cheddar bite to it. Doesn't get super funky. It's definitely way different than a like a New York cheddar or anything like that. It doesn't have any of that kind of like champagne-y type flavor or whatever going on with it. The grass over there must be sweet grass. They feed the cows.
Just grass fed?
Irish grass, yeah. I say it leaves just a little bit of a dryness on the palate. We're eating the cheese now. Let's pair it with the beer. Beers.
Beers.
It goes very well together. You got that caramel toffee mixing with the maple. You get a little bite of that coffee. Yeah, that worked pretty well. Say most of the time you're probably going to pair like a cheddar with an IPA, but I think that this cheddar being a little bit on that sweeter side is combining with the beer. So let's drink beer, eat cheese, see if there's any difference here.
Beers and cheese.
Yeah, bear cheeses.
Beer chisels.
So at first it kind of amplifies the coffee note. I started noticing the coffee a little bit more in the palate. And then the cheese comes through. You kind of sort of like a lingering like maple syrup, but you don't get as much of the sweetness from the cheese anymore. You kind of just have more of the beer flavors, and there is kind of a little bit more of a bite from the cheddar. It's still not like a extra sharp bite, but it's a little bit more enhanced than just eating the cheese by itself. Yeah, it doesn't matter how you put this one in your mouth. If you do the cheese first or the beer first, it works either way. Both ways are very nice, and they're both very nice by themselves as well. Eating the cheese by itself or drinking the beer by itself. So I'm having a good night here tonight on any alcohol and cheese Tuesday.
All right. Yeah, that sounded good, actually. It sounded like it worked, so that's all we need to know. Good. Good for you. All right, man. Bumpy, thank you. Cheers. And off to me. I got to itch my back, dude. I'm really itchy. Why am I itchy? Forget it. I'm going to slam this sucker down real quick. So I didn't mention this was an Irish style lager. I didn't say ale or lager, so it's a lager. So basically like a Schwartz beer, but with an Irish touch to it, I guess. I don't know. We'll go ahead and get into the beer right now. So that's it. Dark chocolatey kind of look. It kind of actually looks like a Schwartz beer. On the nose, the head died down quite fast. It was really, 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 really carbonated, and now it's kind of slowed down a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of more medium, kind of pushes big bubbles, little bubbles. It's pretty damn roasty. Kind of a dry, chocolatey, kind of roasty coffee. Slight hint of sweetness, but not too crazy, like a caramel sweetness. Yeah, it's very roasty. It smells like coffee. It smells like you're having a dark coffee without any maybe a little hint of sugar, no milk, cream, whatever.
No milk.
No milk, no cream. Smells really good though. For the a lager kind of thing, but I guess I don't know. Like it smells like it could be either a lager or an ale. It doesn't have like a crispiness to it or anything like that. It's just nice. So khaki head that died down really quick. Can't see through it. Okay, actually, no, you can't see through it. All right, we're drinking it now. Cheers.
Cheers. Sorry, kids, there will be no crispness this year.
Well, it is crispy. There's a slight, like a crispy, poppy carbonated kind of like mouthfeel. It's light. It's very roasty, very chocolate, espresso-y roasty. No off flavors whatsoever. Goes down really smooth. It actually it tastes like a fucking Schwarzbier. There's a little bit of a tanginess to it. Not tart, more of like a tangy, almost citrusy. Maybe from the hops, I don't know. My body is light. Yeah, body's light. But it actually has more of a medium kind of feel. So medium light. Dry in the finish. What is it reminding me of? God, it's good. It really. Thank you, God. Thank you. Yeah, it's very. There's a big minerality to it, like mineral, like chalkiness or um like your salts that you add for your RO water or whatever the fuck you're doing. You know when you're brewing, it's got like that kind of like mineral kind of bite. Like clean. It's very clean, clean tasting, clean feeling. Boy, it goes down really nice. Wow, I like that a lot. Holy shit, it's got more bite to it than I would have thought for a 5.3. Not bad at all. Um, wow, that's really slick cheese that like slid right out of my hands. So I'm just gonna show this one more time. So it's a hickory smoked, which I did not say, with Kentucky bourbon around the rind. So I think because I smelled it, oh, boy, it's really carbonated. You get the smoke, but you get more of the bourbon on the outside. So I don't know if they smoked with hickory smoked with Kentucky bourbon. So they must have mixed something into the cheese when they made it. They had to have put some bourbon into the cheese. But so you can kind of see the rind there. That rubs off really nice smoky kind of bourbon. Slight yeah, just smoky, very smoky, almost like a Rausch beer. Bacon, umami, cheese, like kind of a nutty sweet, like milky, cheesy kind of smell to it. And then you're getting that bourbon that like kind of goes through it very lightly, but you get it, and it's really nice. It's subtle, and then that smoke just kind of goes around it. It's just like hardcore smoke. Wow, man. Yeah, you get that bourbon as you pull it away from your nose. That bourbon kind of spills out, and you get it. You get that whiff. It's very nice. All right, I gotta eat this. Oh, let me show you the bendability. So we're going, and then it breaks. So it's kind of a little looser than yours, a little more bendable, but it does break.
It's very dependable.
It's bendable. Yep. Uh, so we're gonna eat the one with the rind because I want to try that. I want to see, and then we'll eat it without. Yeah. Bourbon kind of bourbon's really in there in the flavor. Bourbon and the smoke really work hand in hand. And then you got this nutty, tart, sweet kind of cheese. Whoa. It tastes like a bourbon, like it was in a, like you get the bourbon barrel kind of like woodiness. Wow. Slight hints of like even the vanilla coming through with that bourbon. Woody, like you get like the actual barrel in your mouth. That is really interesting. Whoa. Nutty, very smoky. This would be phenomenal with the fucking Rausch beer, I think, and maybe a little thing of some bourbon on the side. Oh boy, oh boy. All right, let's do cheese before beer. Show yours.
Cheese, and
Something. Yeah. All right. Oh, wow, dude. That got really complex. It really changed the beer. The beer, there's like this weird tartness to the beer, and it really makes it good. It's like this really interesting tart. Like it's not like a sour, but it's like it's got this weird kind of tanginess, not tart, like kind of a tanginess. Um, and that mixed in really well with that smoky. And then that bourbon also has kind of a tanginess to it, which mixed in with the tanginess of the beer. So it was really interesting. This is a really good mix. I need to try that one more time. We'll go with the rind. Oh, that was good. That's really good. I'm gonna buy that cheese again. Oh my god. I honestly thought the cheese would overpower this beer, but the beer's got quite a nice complexity and flavors, as well as the cheese. So they all go hand. It just goes hand in hand. They mix well with every little thing that that I mentioned. It just all kind of like coincides with each other. Just kind of like marries perfectly. Still getting that bourbon kicking around. It's almost like I had a shot of, or not like like a little sip of bourbon on the top of my tongue with some cheese and beer. That roasty comes through. Roasty, the chocolates. My God. All right. Now let's do beer before cheese.
But Jesus.
Tangy from the beer again.
Mm.
And then the bourbon hits first this time, where before it was the smoke. And then that bourbon hits in, and then the smoke, and then the cheese comes after. And you can get that tanginess of the beer, the chocolate, the robust, the maltiness of the beer kind of sits around it still. This is also a both ways one. We are thinking on the same level here, man. All right. That was really good. Really digging that tanginess of that beer. Wow. I don't mean to repeat myself like I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, but I love you, Alex. No, but yeah, really good. Really good mix. So I don't know. I'm really digging that. Do that rind. Here's that one with a big, huge rind. What's one? Oh, it's so fucking umami, dude. It's your mommy. That rhymes where all the bourbon barrel is. Bourbon and bourbon barrel kind of like woody. Oh, very creamy Gouda. Oh, that goes so well. That goes so well, dude. All right, I'm done. I'm done. That's pretty good. That's like the kind of shit that you would have laying out at like you were saying like Christmas or Thanksgiving. I think you mentioned, but like
Thanksgiving I do a cheese spread.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta lay off a little bit though because I spent like every Thanksgiving I spend like over $100 on cheese and
shit,
like salamis and stuff. It's
you
and then nobody shows up, so it's like
that's all yours. Your wives, yeah, the dogs, yeah,
because everybody else has somewhere else they got to go to. So it's like they come over our place for dessert.
Right. Dude, this is a phenomenal pairing. Okay, you already know where I'm gonna go with this. I was starting to repeat myself like Alex. I had to kind of slow down a little bit. All right, so we'll go ahead and get our last thoughts going here. We'll get Bumpy back up, and here we go. Yep.
You just really want to emphasize on what's good.
Yeah.
The maple. How many times did I say that this tasted like French toast crunch?
Yeah, that's true, I guess. You had a point. Good stuff, though. Good stuff.
Yeah. Let's start with the cheese. Kerrygold. I mean, they make really good products. Um, I really like their cheddars. Maybe not like my absolute like forte in cheddar because I like, I don't know if I'm like more of like a New York cheddar fan or a Vermont cheddar or like Wisconsin cheddar, but I like sharper, drier, more crumbly, like really like you get that depth of cheddar bite when it comes to most cheddar. So I'm more of like an extra sharp cheddar guy. But the
Yeah.
Kerrygolds, I love when there's crystals in it. That's something you don't find in a lot of the other cheddars. So I do like the crystals, so big plus for that. Um, and I don't mind the sweet. I like the English cheddars and stuff as well, the Irish cheddars with the Kerrygold. Uh having that like bit of sweetness to it too. It is a bit different, but still a very nice cheese. And I would land it in the mid-range of excellent.
Mm.
The Kerrygold Reserve, which is over 2 years aged. Um in the beer, I like the beer. I think that they pulled off a decent amount of maple with it. I think that they, because sometimes you get a maple beer and you're like, where's the maple? Um, or it just tastes like just way off. Um, the coffee too is another thing because I don't like it like a big black coffee. No sweetness added. Just rolling through a beer, and it's almost like you're just drinking black coffee with a touch of beer taste. I like how it still had the coffee aromas and just a touch of a coffee on the palate. The nose definitely missing the beer factor of it all. The brown ale kind of hidden. A bit of the brown ale did come through on the palate, which is good. Uh, I do wish it was a little bit more robust with the brown ale itself. I wish that was just like a bit of a bigger brown ale. I mean, if they did this as a porter, I think that it would have really worked super well versus a brown ale. But overall, I think they did a fairly well job, fairly well, fairly good job. Um, well done with doing a brown ale and still making it a good drinkable beer. I mean, I just said drinkable, which is like low end scale for me, and that's not what I'm going for. I'm gonna land the Bellflower, just like home. In the I'm gonna go mid range, very good.
Nice.
And,
Nice.
yeah, which is a pretty good score. It's not typical of me throw many beers into the excellent range. Um, and I think that the combination, the pairing, worked extrely well. It was definitely an excellent pairing with the beer and the cheese. So yeah,
All right, dude.
cheers.
That's awesome. All right. Cheers. Cheers, dude. All right. Here we go. Tanner just walked in. Cheers, Tanner. Um, you know what? This beer reminded me of one of our local. I don't know if it was a wee heavy. I think it was a Scottish 80. It kind of reminds me of a more roastier Scottish 80, like an export, um, with that tanginess. Like it's weird, man. I know I keep saying that, but but with more of a roasty kind of feel to it, a little more darkness, a little more dark malts. Um, Fucking good, dude. Kind of citrusy. Um, Great carbonation, great body, mouthfeel, crispy and medium lightish. Um, no alcohol. Very nice lager. Very nice Irish lager. Dark lager at that. Um, Man, I trying to think of a decent score for this because it deserves it. Definitely in the excellent. I'd say almost like right at the border, kind of like maybe like a 93 or so, right? Yeah, probably like a 93 or something like in that range, 92, 93, which is fucking great score, and it deserves it. So good stuff there. The the red apple cheese, the bourbon Gouda, hickory smoked with Kentucky bourbon is phenomenal. It's something I want to buy again if I see it. Again, I'll show it, but big old brick of that. I'll be having some of that later again. But just nice. I had that nice umami, smoky, hickory smoky, like almost like a bacony kind of like feel to it. Hey, that's one of my words for tomorrow. um, and then yeah, just that bourbon. It kind of like there, it had like more of that woodier, like barrel kind of thing going on. Oh wow, Paul, dude, holy moly! Thank you, my friend, my good friend. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Appreciate that. Didn't have to do that, but thank you. Um, yeah, just very nice cheese. Milky, starting off the milkiness of the Gouda, that nice kind of a nutty, uh, sweet, kind of almost even like tangy kind of feel to that as well. And then you're getting the bourbon kind of barrel with that a nice little like taint of that taint, a little like a nice little touch of. Let's stay away from the taint word. A nice little touch of bourbon coming through with that smokiness that wrapped around everything. It just was very well balanced, and they did a damn good job. They make good cheeses though too. Red apple. You guys, you get red apple out there, don't you? Yeah, you get red apple. I've seen you have that before, or one of these. Um, I definitely give this like a 94 or even a 95. It's excellent. It's excellent. Um, the pairing cheese before beer, they both went well. Uh, I would honestly say cheese before beer is probably better, but beer before cheese was absolutely good too. So I mean, it just I don't know, it just like they kind of wrapped around each other. They wrestled and they had sex. They were fucking and shit. Like it was like awesome. But no, good stuff. I loved it. I'm gonna give it 100 on the pairing. Something I'm gonna try again in the future if I ever see this beer or something close to it. I wouldn't mind even trying like a wee heavy with this cheese, or like or a Rausch beer. Yeah, like a Rausch beer or a rock beer, however you guys want to say it. Us as Americans and maybe even Canadians say Rausch beer, right, Paul? I don't know. No, but yeah, good stuff. Really good, and I'm very pleased. So we both had some good pairings today. So that I'm proud of ourselves. Hell yeah. Um, Tap tap on the shoulder. Paul must be drinking again. Oh shit. Oh yeah. That review went rated R. I know, dude. Like rated X. All right. There it was. It was. I won't go back to it. I won't go back to what I said. But yeah. So we'll go ahead and keep it here. I'm gonna turn my banner off. Um, but Paul, really appreciate that though. Seriously. And we'll go ahead and let Bumpy go ahead and say his last stuff. Yes, shouts, all that good stuff. There you go.
Oh yeah. Hmm. Let's see.
No, I gotta think too.
Watch some stuff today. Well, I'll shout out the FLX boys. Got Dan and Mike over there in New York, Finger Lakes region. FLX beer reviews. Go check them out. Putting out some good fun beer reviews. Dan doing some good editing on their videos. Just fun stuff to watch. On my channel, I have beer reviews as well. I put 3 of them out a week. Got one coming up tomorrow. This week is actually going to be like New Hampshire week, I guess, because I got 3 beers from New Hampshire in a row. So Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday will all be beers from New Hampshire. And frozen pizza reviews I put out on Tuesdays. Dropped one today. It was a drunken review for sure. And I don't think I have any other reviews on frozen pizza that I have done yet. Like, I don't have any more right now. I have frozen pizzas, so that means I have to get my ass in the gear and do a pizza review sometime this week. I've eaten so much pizza in the past couple of weeks that hasn't been frozen pizza even.
Oh,
and I've eaten frozen pizza, but just not reviewing it. So yeah, I gotta eat more pizza. More pizza. Oh boy. Anyways, yeah. All my videos drop at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So check that out. I did do a short of my winnings from the All Spun Out
I
show
saw
that
that.
Wednesdays. So
I
I do have some of those beers to review. I did get your text message there as well, but
Oh, okay.
maybe trying to hook up with Jordan.
All
Keep
right.
it funky beer reviews and whatever. He's changed his channel name so many times. I don't even know. But yeah. So I'll have to see what he's up to at some point. Yeah, looking forward to trying some of those beers, the Brew Host and the Fort George. I think one of them was a collaboration between Fort George and Brew Host. So, yeah, appreciate that as well, Bearman. So,
of course, dude. Of course. Finally get to try Brew Host, dude.
Yeah,
I've been raving about him.
I never even heard of him until recently. So,
yeah. Yeah, good stuff, actually. So nice. All right. Y'all good? You done?
I'm done.
You done shouting it? Okay. All right, dude. Yeah, I'll start with a couple. So last night we did live with Keep It Funky and Dank Beer and Dank reviews. You're just I think it's Beer and Dank. And Leprechaun TV. So we both I sent them the stout, the American stout I had, and then I had some on tap, so I went ahead and did a thing there on Lep's channel. So go check out Lep if you want to see that. Did it last night, and also he last video he put up was a Philly style Johnsonville sausage video. So I think that's it's a short one too, 46 seconds. Wow. Yeah, so Lep's a cool dude. And then I'm gonna mention this guy real quick again. Very, very cool channel. I am so digging it. I watch it all the time. I think I might have even watched all the shows already. But is the what happened here? The Beer Pioneer. It's an Australian dude that travels from the south to the north point of Australia and goes through all the outback and everything. And I was telling Sammy to look him up because he's from there and all that, so it'd be kind of cool to see that. But funny, he's a comedian too, so he's kind of funny guy and goes to breweries, but he also goes and does other adventurous shit. on the way. So very cool show to watch. 623 subscribers with 167 videos. So there you go. He's on season 2 promo now. Okay, gotcha. I might have to look into that. All right. As far as my channel goes, I've got 2 competitions coming up. I've got a Kolsch Cup coming up at the end of May. So I signed up for that. I got my ingredients coming. You'll be here by Thursday, so I'll brew that next Thursday. This Thursday, I'm going to be brewing, and I'm going to get everything fucking ready Wednesday so I can start in the morning this time. But I want to do my just rack the Schwartz beer, which is my AHA, American Homebrewers Association competition beer. So hopefully that comes out good. But I'm doing an ordinary bitter Thursday, 3.8%. We hope. And so I'm going to get everything ready for that and get that going. And then we'll do the Kolsch the following week. And then after that, I will get into the Vienna Lager. And then we got a wheat beer, a wheat wine after that. So got a couple beers before I do my Wheel of Style again, which I try to do every Sunday. So when that comes up, look out for it. Just been throwing up a lot of stupid shorts lately. So laugh all you want. I don't give a shit. But yeah, so there you go. Thank you, Paul, again for the donation. Really appreciate that. It's very nice of you. You're a very kind dude. And out of Canada. Oh, yeah, our Canadian friends. And I just want to say thanks to everyone that was in the chat tonight. Thank you very much for being there. Well, it's still today here. Well, it's kind of night. I hope you're getting over that hour ahead thing if you had to deal with that. I'm past it now, so we're good. Now we have later nights or lighter nights, so that's kind of cool. It gets light till 10 o'clock here sometimes, 10:30 or so in the dead of summer. So, yeah. And then, of course, I really appreciate Bumpy being here every freaking week with me, man. I honestly could not do this without you. Otherwise, I'd be up here by myself. And I'd still do it, but it would suck. So it's really nice to have Bumpy here. And I encourage other people to be here as well, or to come on up if you have time to do it. This week wasn't any alcohol. We do it every second week. But every other week, we just do beer and cheese. So
It's
anything you want.
Third week.
What's that?
Every third week?
Is it third or second?
I don't think it's because that'd be twice a month. Just do it once a month.
Or once a month. Yeah, just once a month. However it be. Shit. You confused me. All right. Otherwise, Beer Man would be playing with himself. Yeah, I mean, I can't do that on live. No, I'm just kidding. All right. No, enough nonsense. But no, thanks, Bumpy, and thanks everyone. Cheers. You guys have a good night, day, wherever you're from this beautiful world. But now, after one more sip, please, if you got it. Oh yeah, here we go.
Got it.
And we all love beer, right? I hope so. Oh yeah, as long as it's good, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, cheers, Cheerios, as Bumpy likes to say it. Cheerios. We out of here.